Right, that should be everything coming through now, I think, hopefully. Maybe now. I don't have the double up. How about that? That. Maybe that. Maybe that. Let's see. Hopefully not doubling up now. Nope. Okay, maybe it was just doubling up for me. Nightmare. What else? That should be about right. That should also be fine. Yeah, maybe. Oh man, everything's changed on me. Why? Once it's done this, alright, we can put that there, put that there. Oh, I think I broke it. Is that doubling up? Turn that on off. Alright, there we go. I don't think it's doubling up anymore. Ah, painful. Alright, where is the buttons? The stuff. Christ. There we go. That one. And that one. Alright. So for anyone future that's jumping in, so welcome back. Kind of this whole series thing is based around me getting the shits with fake mobile game ads, right? Or at least very terrible ads. Just to this one straight away is Last War Survival. It's an animation of a game clip, and it's not the actual real game, right? Like the game that's being advertised isn't the actual game, right? So I decided to like go through, break down what the ad was portraying, and I decided to make a game based off the ad's information. Now, the whole thing is, if a goddamn dumb ass like me can do it, then I mean, is the game really cracked up? It's all to be, what's cracked up. Words, they're hard. See, if I can make it, then there's a good chance it's probably not worth the predatory like ads it's throwing at you, right? Like it's not worth the money. But anyways, I've got a new target, Project Entropy. Now, this one's particularly long-winded in trying to recreate because you have to first choose which ad you want to target or which ad the game is portraying to be. This is complicated, at least for my stupid small brain. I wasn't going to stream today. I'm feeling a little under the weather. But so I decided nah, we'll try it anyways. What's the worst that will happen? Make some progress. So, anyways, Project Entropy. That's the project I'm going. The game ad I'm going after. The first ad I saw of it was a clone of a game called Second Earth, which is a game that's available on itch.io. I haven't played it. I haven't looked too much into it because I don't want to, draw inspiration from the actual games that they're meant to be. If my game, I try to make the game that's based off the ad. If I play the game that the ad actually is, then subconsciously I'm going to be trying to incorporate those features, and I don't want to do that. I want to try and make it as genuine as possible. So yeah, making a game purely out of the ad's information. Yeah. Christ. Just brain is just completely short circuiting today. It's not good. The second ad I saw for that game was a Commander and Conquer, Command and Conquer Red Alert 2 mod. Um, the key giveaways for that was Allied tanks and Prism towers, which are kind of like the poster boy for the Allies' defenses. The third ad I saw for it was just completely unrelated to everything else. It was then one of those typical mobile drag your finger across the screen and then that digs that piece of terrain out and then there's water filling into it and now it's a farming plot. So unrelated to the first two clips that I saw of it, then the fourth clip was a StarCraft clone, which was heavily animated. There was no logic behind what the units and the enemies were doing, right? So this, I thought, well, that's going to be my target. I'm going to make a tower defense game based off of that first ad that I saw because it would get too complicated to try and make an RTS like StarCraft and Command and Conquer, right? Yeah, well, I'm a damn idiot and decide to go halfway into a tower defense game and went, oh, well, I mean, I'm already halfway there. So I project creeped, scale creeped, and now here I am making a half-assed RTS. Disclaimer, I am not a professional, right? I don't claim to be professional. I'm not good at these things, okay? I know what I know. I've been working in Unity now for almost 3 years, 4 years every day because I've got nothing better to do with my time. So I know a couple little things, and I kind of like to try and keep to myself. But I mean, if I can share the project and expose these, these damn predatory ads, and I got a whole philosophy behind game design now, right? And I'm not going to go into it yet because it's a whole topic. It's a whole thing. I'm too tired for that. Let's just get into the game. So yesterday I focused on building a UI system for my buildings. That took a lot longer than I expected. I had never worked with trying to get the mouse position in a 2D space and then applying that to a rect transform. So took me a little bit to get that. Then also, made my own custom UI. Again, I've got assets I can use for that kind of stuff, but I like to try and create as much as I can from scratch. Not saying that, using assets is bad. I just personally, I prefer when it comes to these projects, especially where I'm, quote unquote, bad mouthing something. I like to try and do as much as I can from scratch. So I guess we're going to just do a quick play to see what we're up to. So I've got player 3, which is green, player 1, which is white, player 2, which is red. Units will automatically get their targets or anything that's not their player ID in a search range, which is why you see these guys reacting when something comes within space. But we're not interested in that. That's to do with the AI. The AI is roughly complete, and I don't want to spend too much time on that because the kind of enemies I've got in mind for this project is kind of like Factorios, biters, and spitters logic. Well, AI behavior. So let's go ahead, and I think I keybound it to P. When I B for Bravo. When I press B, I should bring up a build radial menu. It looks like crap because I made it. I don't have defenses built. I don't have any defenses yet. I don't have any resources yet. I could barely read that. I don't obviously have blanks. That's just for a possible expansion later. Copy paste thing and utility. So I do have utility, which is what I was using as my testers. Where I press utility, it closes that menu, brings up a new menu at the same location. And now I can select the different buildings that is respective to the utilities. So I've just got a couple of different size blocks here. I've got a 2x1, 2x2, 3x2, and a 1x1. When I click one of these, the menu should close, and then the selected building comes out. Those white grids that you see are the available spaces around this, and then as you get to something that is to a grid that's not available, it turns to red saying it's not available. Obviously, if you I don't have left click or right click bound to this, I actually have T. It's rough, but it gets the job done. That's what my missus has applied to me. If I press T now, obviously it won't place the building because it's overlapping a invalid space. If we go back to B, press utility, and then we try and build a 3x2. And now if I press T where it's all valid, I can actually place the building. So that's easy, that's pretty simple. I was going to spend today on making some unique buildings now rather than having testers. So actually getting some kind of direction shape for the game happening. I'm going to probably look at doing the resource system. I should probably do the defenses first. I should probably do defense turrets first. So just like a basic like cannon tower. I don't know what kind of other tower to use. I don't know. Let's go with two different kinds of towers. Let's go with one that's like I'll call it a hit scan where it automatically just hits the target. When a target comes within range, it just hits it. There's no projectile, so to speak. It's just an instant hit. Shoot, hit, shoot, hit, shoot, hit. There's no room for what's the word I'm looking for? No room for like the projectile not hitting its target. It just simply gets what it's getting. I guess the second kind of tower to use then would be an actual projectile based tower where it shoots like a slow moving object towards a point. So if the units, you got your enemies moving around here and you have your tower here and it shoots, it just keeps going and anything that collides with it gets hit by it. So I think that's probably the two key defenses to get, because then that will be the foundation for the other defense towers, right? Because uh, projectile based damage or combat can just be increased, changed based on the speed of the projectile going from point A to point B. So I think I've done something like that in the past. A slow moving projectile, but it constantly moved towards its target, so it was like a tracking thing. I need to make sure I get the projectile not to constantly try and follow that. It just gets the one target direction, keeps going past it. Up till a like an expiry range, right? Because you don't want projectiles lasting forever, or until it hits something. Hits something like terrain, that is, not Christ, not a unit. Because if it's something that's meant to, man, see, this is scale creep. Let's go ahead and just quickly Milanote this. Just got to find that over here. 1 second. Off to a great start. Off to the races. Love it. Love that for me. Okay, that's not what I'm after there. I want YouTube, project order. Okay, here we go. Here's my little play area. Let's toggle that. That is beneath. Why is that not showing? Here we go. So we will have buildings. And then under buildings, we have defenses. Under buildings, we also have the utility. We also have resources. And then we've, obviously got the blank, but that's not really a building type. Under defenses, we want to do the hit scan. And we want to do the slow, well, not slow, but just projectile base. Utility, we're going to have walls. And resources, we're just going to have some kind of ore extractor. OR, ER? I don't know. How it is how it is. So that is our plan for now. So yeah, does the connect work here? Sort of, not really. Alright, gonna go buildings to there. We're gonna go here to here. We're gonna go here to here. There to there. From, rather. Alright, so that's the kind of draft for today. Definitely going to start with the defenses. That makes sense. We've already got AI. It's going to be a little bit of a bigger scope than the others, I'd say. Because I've already got in other projects, I've already got basically a ore extractor and searching for a what would you call it? Like a zone, a target area that can be resources, and you put the extractor on top of it. So I've already got that kind of logic implemented in another project. A little bit of chopping of code, and it should just work. Should. Walls. I spoke a little bit about this at the end of yesterday. You got different kind of wall placements. So if you go off of Total Annihilation Kingdoms, you had to place wall segments one by one. Then if you go to say Supreme Commander or Age of Mythology or Age of Empires, you could place a building, you start dragging, and it gives you, it fills in the slots relative to where the drag is. Obviously, for this day and age, you want to be able to click and drag walls. The one click at a time is tedious, and you're not going to want to do that. But then again, you've got Command and Conquer, Tiberian Sun, and Red Alert. Yeah, Red Alert too. They would have you put a block over here and a block 9 tiles away, 10 tiles away. I can't remember. I think it's 9 tiles away. You put one in the middle. Yeah, 9 tiles away. You put one in the middle that fills both. It's kind of like it's scanning based off of, it's ranging based off of where the other walls are and fill the sections. That is a pain in the ass of a system. It works for the time, but again, there's better systems already out there. So why wouldn't I try and keep up with the times and try and do a click and drag system for the walls? So click and drag. Click and drag system for the walls here. Um, yeah, I think that's about it for now. Yeah. Okay, so let's get started here. We're going to go ahead and right click. I'm going to create a folder. I'm going to call it buildings. Call it defenses. And now I need to think, how am I going to do my logic here? Should I do buildings being like the master class and then a derived class from that? So subclasses. So defenses inheriting from building. I like that idea because for me it's easier to sort those, and then I can distribute. That would work well for the priority fields too. But if I'm also thinking about expanding later, uh, just give me a second. I'm gonna chuck on some music so that way while I'm thinking, you're not gonna be as bored while the screen's just going, right? So there's some music. Enjoy. I'm gonna put my little thinking hat on here, and I'm gonna just brainstorm for a second. It's gonna hurt. Watch this trick. Rider's been an absolute pain in my ass. The second I close a tab or go into a tab, watch the IntelliSense just disappear. Fuck. Like, I've uninstalled it, reinstalled it, updated. It's nightmare. Absolute fucking nightmare. So, to fix that, gotta close it and then open it again. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I mean, you're paying for a service that's been a pain in the ass. There's free alternatives that are as good as Rider. Don't get me wrong, I love Rider, but it's just, man, I've had two really frustrating bugs back to back now. The last one was commenting. If you put a comment in, Rider would just freeze, like it disappear. Like anything inside that window would just vanish. Like not deleted, but just wouldn't be there, and you couldn't like interact with the tabs. You'd have to close it essentially and reopen it. So painful. Alright, so let's look at the building class that we've got so far. Okay, so building doesn't do anything more than just look at who the player is and like looks at who owns it and setting its health and handling what happens when it vanishes. It's also got a oh yeah, and it's just assigning it to whoever's player, like their list of things. Should just add the priority field. Yeah, threat priority. That's a later. It's going to be a system I want to implement for the AI where, again, using Command and Conquer 2's logic, where the war factory is always like the primary target, and for the biters out of Factorio, I'm not a Factorio expert, but from what I've experienced in the game, they always go for the pollution cloud, but whatever, like whether it's the thickest points they go for or the buildings in that area that produce the most amounts of pollution. I'm not sure, but that's kind of the system that I have ready for that. And the AI that I have do take in a priority field and have the logic to destroy things along the path to that priority field, as well as the local search. So when I implement patrolling for the AI, they will be able to just, grab things nearby them and start attacking you and harassing you. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like I'm genuinely looking forward to playing this at the end. I know it's meant to be, a mobile game that they're claiming it's meant to be, but this obviously, I'm not going to make this a mobile game. I'm making it simulate a mobile game, but painful. I've tried trying currently actively building a dive app, and it's a bit of a pain in my ass with the whole resolution, keeping menus to size thing. Hence why I've got the radial menu here in it sounds so robotic. Radial menu in my tower defense game here. Extremely cool tower defense game. It's kind of leaning towards more of an RTS at the moment, albeit very slow. Okay, so uh I think we do just separate classes for it. Again, like this is the problem, right? I constantly walk myself into, run at a full sprint into a wall and just absolute face plant over my future ideas. If I wanted to later have the ability to make a resource extractor have a turret or something on it to give it some, self-reliance or self-defense, whatever, I wouldn't want to make the defense turret stuff inherit from the building class, because if that is inheriting from the building class, then I'd also need to have the resource extractor inherit from the building class. So that means there would be two building classes attached to that object, and it's just not going to work. So I think it's going to be better to keep them separate in this case. But if I come to spawning units and stuff, I will use class inheritance there to separate. Is it a barracks? Is it a hangar? What's it bringing in? Again, that is so far away. So yeah, we're gonna make new classes for this then, shall we? I don't know if I spelled defensive right. Hang on, let me just check that. This is the problem with using US English and English, UK English, and also just me being stupid in general does not help. What are we after? Spelling, trying to spell. We want to check defensive. Did I spell defensive right? Did. Defensive driving. Okay, just bring it back up OBS and not look at my streams because not a whole lot going on there. That is fine. Okay, so let's get some defensive logic. I already currently have a system in place for using quote unquote abilities. So the way that I decided to do combat rather than relying on sound like someone's at the door, I don't think they are. The way I decided to use abilities and stuff in this, well, combat in this is using abilities. So each ability, each time something attacks, it's using an ability. It's not just like a bullet being fired and then that bullet having some kind of logic on it. The bullet actually belongs to the class spawning it, sort of. I I'm doing a different system to what I normally do, so it's going to take me a second to wrap my head around what I'm going to do here. Because in my mind, I had the like Warcraft 3, StarCraft 2 kind of abilities down the bottom right idea. And I thought, hang on, why don't I just have everything use abilities? And whether they're a special ability, they can pop up down the bottom right. If it's just a ranged or a melee ability, it's just something that they do automatically. So that's the way I went with. So we're going to need the defensive buildings to inherit some kind of ability or abilities lists. Maybe they can switch the attacks that they do. Maybe they can do manually switch. So you might be like, oh no, I want them to do a big slow projectile versus small fast ones. Or you can do it automatically where they get closer and you might do faster or something. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves a public list of abilities, and we're going to call them known abilities. I should probably look at what I'm using for the unit so I can use the same logic there. Unit targeting. Let's go back up to top. Let's look at the unit. Let's go to that reference there. Known abilities. Okay, that's what we're calling it. Known abilities. I'm pretty sure the first ability I just passed in is an active ability. Okay, so there's known abilities and the active ability. So we're going to go ahead and call this the... Good lord. Ah, buttons. So many buttons. Probably that. Up, 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 up. That. And then we're going to have a public. Game object, you silly abilities. And we're going to go abilities, active ability, private, oh, on start, excuse me, why are you not? Then we're going to set, oh, nope, gonna go private, void, set, starting, ability. Oh, it's not abilities, it's ability. Singular. Oh god, I can't even spell. Then we're going to go with this here. Oh, no, wrong one. We're going to set the active ability to the, we'll just put it to the first, like we did with the unit. So the first thing inside the known abilities becomes the active ability. So it's going to be happening off of start. All right, so there we go. We're getting our attack that we choose to use for the tower. Now we need to work out the tower logic, the defense tower logic of how it's going to actually interact with the things around it. So they're a tower, they're stationary. So they're not going to move, but they're going to be using a search range or just a range. So again, pretty much what the units already have, we can just copy that. So I'm just going to shift tab that to bring it over into the other side of my IDE. I lost my buildings. There it is. We're going to call this method the private void set first set auto set closest target. Auto set closest target. Auto assign closest target. Yeah, that will do for now. Change that later if I need to. I need some music playing for myself because I'm can't concentrate otherwise. Just give me 1 second. I need to find out why that's not coming through for myself. That wasn't coming through there, was it? Cross, I hope that wasn't. Oof, okay. Ah, right, the music's also not coming through. The yell, okay. So, that is for me. Media chat, maybe just chuck media in there. Yeah, I don't want to hear that. That's for y'all. Whoa, that's loud. That should be quiet enough, I think. Mute that for myself. So then if I hit that one, that is OBS. Dang it. I don't know why everything's changed on me. This has been a bit of a pain in the butt. That should be under. I need another thing for myself here. Should be under mic, realistically. Won't go to mic though. Just put that as unassigned. Nope. Refusing to go unassigned. Nice. Love that for me. Chat then. Yeah, if I turn that there. Okay. We can put that there. Should still be able to hear my voice. Yep. You got music playing. Oh, I should turn off my little thinking cap. Gotta get used to all these buttons. There's so much. I get bloody whiplash. Christ. Music for me. I'm just gonna quickly hit play there. Yeah, there we go. Make sure I mute that. Just trying to set my volume. I'm using damn streaming sound. Alright, that should do it. It's not coming through for there. No good. Alrighty. Oh. Ah, that's fine. I won't worry about that. Okay. Let's go now. What was it doing? Auto set closest target. I want to get that. Priority target, active target, current target, target's confirmation. Yeah, so I could use that same stuff there. But we do need to get the auto targeting class there. Let's find that reference to that. Find nearest enemy object. Just copy that. I love it when I've already done it. It's just do it brainlessly, you know. Sick. That, thank you. We're going to call this defense tower stats. We're using an int for the search range, or we're using a float? Float. Cool. Attack range or search range? Probably get the target first and then attack it, so it'd probably go a search range and then the range from the weapon, right? Or how far it can attack. Maybe. I think this is the problem I ran into with the abilities. Because I don't think they have a range. Attack speed is ranger special. Yeah, so I don't have a I don't have a idea what I'm going to do there yet. We can come back to that, review that later. Let's just go public float, search range. Then we'll do a public float attack range. So rather than this, we'll do the search range. Get owner ID. What are we using for that? Oh, go to targeting. I reckons the else is done. Oh yeah, I suppose it is, isn't it? I don't know what I was looking at there. I suppose other buildings could come in range of it. Should probably make that a static. That work? I'll look into that later. I'm not going to do that now. That's more to do with efficiency, making the game run smoother, which for now we don't really care about. We're just doing proof of concept for now. Famous last words. Then it becomes a feature. That's like a terrible joke, actually. Maybe the Egyptian pyramids were just stone stores, and they planned to move them, but they decided, bugger it, we're just gonna leave it. Terrible joke. Alright, so we're going to use the same method here. And we've got a get owner. And we want to check if the compare owner IDs to ensure. So we don't have a unit. We've got the building class, which should get reference to on the start, because a defensive building cannot not have a building class attached to it. So that's fine. We can hard code that. Oh, goodness. We're going to give a new header here. We're going to go header. We're going to call this one references. And the first reference we're going to do is well, we don't even need to do public. We can do a private building. And on start, we can serialize that, reference that. Yep, that's that. And then our building ID should have a player owner ID, which it does. Excellent. Control V that in there. Bang. Look at that. Making progress. Current target. Yep, so as I was saying before, we'll probably use the same targeting system, having the 3 different targets. So active target is confirmation that it is the target it's attacking, where it should match the current target. So that way the combat logic can be like, oh yep, sure, this is the target we want to attack, no glitching out. And the priority target is something that the player might set as the target or AI. So let's go ahead into our defensive building here, and we will go for, we'll give that a new header here. We'll go ahead and call it the, good lord, header. And we'll, yep, targeting, cool. Control V that into there. That is a reference. What have we got here? Wow, yeah, that can just be a reference. So that can go here. Okie dokie. Oh, let me make sure that this is actually initialized before that method. Just in cases. Current target. Capital letter? Why is it not capitalized here? Oop. There we go. Oh, maybe it's it's capitalized here because of being a setter getter. So we shouldn't need the capital letter there. Shouldn't be in the keyword. Because these are used for the units to allow the unit to move to those. That's why they're publics. It's the setters and getters. This shouldn't need to, because it is just a stationary thing, right? Alright, so now we need to, return type is void, but what are we trying to return here? The game object of the nearest collider. It's because it's setter getter, right? We can just return the object, or should I just make it Uh, and then we'll go... Nope. Still void. So, mustn't be the right bloody operator for that. That should fix it though, right? No. Why is it returning? Why have we got void here? That sets the current target for... Oh, it's the exact same. I don't know, man. We'll just, return that. We know we just need to set the variable, but then if it changes... This is the kind of stuff I'm not too great with. I'll spend a bit of time working on it, otherwise I'm going to go do some research for it. Yeah, so that's all fine. We are getting the collider here. We're setting the current target to that. Just then we don't need a return then, do we? Is it because it's not, because that wouldn't make sense. Doesn't matter about the context it's used in, right? Out of curiosity. Go active target. Source type void. Ah, heckers. So this is one of those things that makes my brain just go burp. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, just calling it out, but then it's not going to update, right? It's just going to be... I mean, I could just try it, see what happens. Ugh. Alrighty, let's go and let's get our test tower here as as our defense tower. Let's give it a search range of 5. And attack range, don't worry about that for now. And let's just see if it grabs What do we, it's because the list. There's no ability in the list. Just lock that for a second. Let's go to scripts. Let's go to combat abilities. Yeah, there it is. We're gonna call it a ranged ability. How do I do this? Heck. Let's go to, it's a game window, clown. Let's go to units. How are we getting their abilities? Known abilities. Oh. Game objects. Okay. I mean, it makes sense. Selectable objects. No, we don't want scripts. We want prefabs. There we go. Abilities. Range. Alright, there we go. There's our different abilities. I'm guessing then I'm just referencing this game objects, and I don't know why I've done it like that. That's just a long written scriptural object, isn't it? Long way of going about it. Let's go back to our class then. Let's go back to the unit. So it should be game object of known abilities. Game object of known abilities. And then the active ability will be equal to that dot get component ability. Yep, that's how I've done it there too. Cool. All right. Let's go down here. Let's Control S, Control R. All right, test tower. Now we can give you the spit ability. Oh, let's clear that. We can give you the spit known ability. The spit known ability is damage of 1, attack speed of 1. Cooldown? No cooldown increase. That's fine. Alright, so let's see if our building now does decide to first assign the ability to itself, and then does it get an enemy? Should be about now. Dang it. Oh wait, hang on, I saw that. Hey, there we go. Is that the forwardmost one? Yeah, it is. Okay, we are getting a target. Just don't know why. I guess, I don't know, man. This is what happens when you put a project down. What is it? Prime time said it best. Clean code's clean until 6 months later. I wanted to, when I was listening to it, I really wanted to disagree, but he's totally right. It really is really what's clean at the time. We're just going to go ahead and stop that now. I'm going to turn that ring light off too, because my eyes already are stinging. Okay. So we're getting the current target, getting it. I mean, we can set the priority target. That doesn't matter. It just was our. I've unlocked it. There you go. So I can set the priority target. That literally does not matter. Make it play. What? Unit 26 priority target. There's two different units. Alright, I've got to go take a quick pee. So I'm just gonna go and change this. Control X. Oh wait, no. There. Cancel that one. Stream panel. That one. Message board. Control X. Ah. Okay. I should just be able to hit that. There we go. Toilet break. Excellent. Just give that space there. Makes it a little more prominent. And just gonna go ahead, turn the GoPro off, turn on. Alright, be back in a second. Have to go to the toilet. Alright, and back. Let's just go ahead and close up these notifications. He calls them loosely. Ah, goodness. Okay, and then we can go back to... There we go. Alright. Ah, Milanote's open. Okay. Huh. It's not, though. There we go. Alright. Where were we? That's right. We just confirmed that the current target is gotten from that method I copy-pasted earlier. I removed the returns of the target to make it compile, and then we also get the priority target based off of what I said. So that's just a future thing. Cool. All right, we are in order so far. So far, so good. Now we just need some logic to. There's two things we should probably do, right? So one is what we've currently got, where we... One is where we... Oh, I might keep it just in case. One is where we get the closest target first, and then we keep shooting at it until that target disappears or is destroyed, right? The other option for that is we always get the closest target, which might be a menu thing that we set like in the UI. We might go, oh well, yeah, we want to attack the closest target all the time, or we just want to keep focusing the first target that we get. So trying to think of what you might do to get the closest target. It's an expensive call. Do we need it? Probably not now. It's one of those things you do later, I guess. We don't need it now. Won't worry about that. We'll just put it in as a note. We'll go here. This gets the first target. This gets the first target, then the out of curiosity, what happens when that is destroyed? Hopefully, it just picks up the closest target. So let's go ahead, press play here. There's actually a couple things I want to test here. Okay, so it's got biter 31, which is that guy there. If we destroy that, and our tower should be missing. Yep. Yeah, it just picks up the next one straight away. Excellent. Okay. We'll just give it a second. So that way there's a few targets you can choose from. Should still get the closest, but I'd just like to make sure, because who knows, right? So now we want to destroy... Can't stand that song. Destroy that one, and now our test tower should be missing, and as soon as I do that, yep, we get the next closest one, right? Cool, makes sense. Let's toggle that off now. What happens if we give the tower the it's like 26 one, the last ones to go in. So let's go active target, current target. What happens when it's already got something and then something new enters the area? Does it switch or does it stay as the one it's gotten? So, I mean, that's kind of the same thing really, isn't it? What we're just testing. My head wants to see it. Yep. Now, when that target moves out of range, we should drop it because we can't chase it. So that's probably the next thing to put in. need a method of method to be able to check to be able to drop the active the current target if it's no longer in the so you want the search range and attack range to be pretty close here then. Otherwise it's just going to be search drop, search drop, search drop, doing it really, really quickly. I mean, you could probably put in a flag there where if you get a different target. No, we'll go search range. Alright, so we're going to go a private void. And we've got auto set closest target. Now we want to auto drop or clear current target not in range. Alright, and what's the old Git Copilot suggesting here? That we get the distance to the target if it's vector3.transform positions and the current transform position if the distance to the current target is greater than the search range, then we set the current target to null. Looks right. And one way to know is that we test it. I don't know how expensive that call is. Yeah, it's going to be constantly running. That's a it's actually a thing I want to test in great detail if I can, as much as my stupid brain will let me, is Sphere using like a collider system and and storing everything that comes in and then releasing everything that goes out, or using this using distances or using like sphere overlap or something. Just curious to see which one's more performant. I've done a little reading and there's only one person in a Reddit post that has done some testing. And they say that the distance is better. But I'd like to go through it and see, for my case, which one would be better. Okay, so we've got the clear current target. So let's make sure that works. Go ahead and save that. And we're just going to go and we're going to disable these guys. We're going to set him as nothing to this guy. And we're going to press play. And he'll get that target as he normally should at 5. Yep. Now let's get this guy to move backwards a bit. Let's go back to our test tower here and see if the next frame untargets it. Doesn't. Surprised that Copilot would give me a wrong method. So let's go into a little bit more detail here. So we are getting the distance to the target. And we get that distance by getting the vector3 transform position and the current target. Transform position of what? Should be this, right? This should be redundant in this case. No. Let's go ahead and fire off a debug here. Okay, let's see what that comes back with. Okay, we've got 26. So we see him. Now we move him out of the way, and now it should clear. Hopefully. What have we got? Whoops, check this. Collapse. Nope. No, it's got different values. Clear that. Now we go. Oh, it's cleared. What the f... Did I not refresh it last time? Is that what happened? God damn it. Let's just comment that out now. Save that. Let's go up here. Let's control R. Probably put another debug there to actually tell me rather than having to constantly switch to and from, but it's okay. Just press play on him. And we'll wait again. And bang, it's got him. Cleared. Got him. Cleared. Okay. It's working now. Must have reloaded the scene properly, so we can go ahead and delete that. So now we've got a way of clearing. Alright. Brain farting. So we're getting a target now. So now we need to work on the combat side of things. Ah, goddamn nerve pain going through my arm. One sec, guys. I'll be back. Alrighty. Got my little physio ball between my shoulder blades now. Helps a bit. Alright. Let's see here. We're gonna go with now the combat. Let's see again. Let's use our already established reference of what we're using here. So we're using unit combat. We don't need to do tower combat. We're just gonna put it on one class. If I need to separate the logic later, I can do that. Just take it out. What's it called? Extracting methods. It's refactoring, but I can't remember the word is. Okay, so we've got try and attack target here. We've got handle cooldown. There's pretty much just handles everything related to it. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a region here to work in a new space. Probably making actual software engineers fucking cry with how messy I do everything here, but that's okay. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What are we gonna do? We're gonna do targeting here. That's combating. So, oh, it's all over it at the moment. I'm skeptical because it's not always right, but so far it's doing okay. Lure me into a false sense of security. Alright, so let's go. Updates, handle. Let's go with just creating then a method here. Let's call it the private void handle combat. And then we can just copy these two methods here, Control C them into here. And then we can go with those methods inside of the combat here as well. Just go ahead, put that there. And we can go with the try and attack target. Control C that there. And then you get the enemy thing as well. That is fine. And I need a cooldown field. So it's going to be under stats, I'm guessing. Tower defense. Maybe we put that as a separate header. Just to make it a little bit easier on the eyes. And we're going to go with combat stats. We've got the two baddies here. Put those in there. Scroll down. Alright, try and attack. Unit.active target is null. Well, we don't need to worry about that. We can set that to that. Yeah, we need to check if it's in range, which I don't really like the idea of doing two range checks if I'm already doing it, you know what I mean? We're already doing the check here. So I guess we could do an else statement here, else. We could say that it's a bull check. We could say under targeting, it could be a, just for now, be public. Again, this is just kind of like debugging. Public, bull, enemy target is in range. Shall see that. And under here, we go to Control V equals true. But we could also go here, there equals false. That should set that. Then down here, we don't need to do this. We just simply do is the enemy target in range? Is enemy target in range? That means we don't need to worry about that. Now we need to check if it's an enemy, so we're using the logic here for that. Again, I think we've already got to check for enemy, don't we? So we're checking the enemy, targeting its owner ID. Return target owner ID is not equal to the owner ID of this. Ah, right, it's underscore building, isn't it? Underscore building owner ID. Attack target we don't have. If enemy underscore active target, again, we don't need that. We have that for us. Again, we have that for us. Attack target, which we don't have an attack target method yet, which is what this is for. Copy that, go down here, track that in there. Now we have to find our active ability. What is our active ability here? Let's just Control C that, because we've made that public so I can see it for now. Just go down there, and we don't need to worry about this. It's already set, so we just clear that. I think now it's just clear that, isn't it? Yep. Clear that again. Oop. Clear that. Now we need the start cooldown method. Control C that into here. Active ability. Again, it would be better to turn this into just a combat class and using this rather than putting it into two separate classes, right? It's just it's not clean code, right? We're doubling up here. It's not good. No good practice, but I'm doing it because I'm just trying to go fast for the stream. What's it called? Throwing for combat. actability dot attack speed, actability dot cooldown increase, and control save that. Now we need to make sure that we're actually assigning the active target to the current target, right? Or to the thing that we're attacking. So where do we here assign the active target? Because I can easily just say current target's active target. But I need to make sure that we have like a priority system. Active target. Yeah, so it just wants to attack the active target. Okay. So we need to make sure that we have logic to handle that. Let's go and find our combat here. Let's just make a new one. New region for targeting. Region targeting. And we want to put the clear target and auto get. We want to put those into there. One control O. Then we want to go to starting known abilities. That's fine. That should probably go under the update method though, just for coherency out of the other classes. And close that one up. And this gets the first target, not the closest. That was a that was meant to go for the other method, not just sitting there in the open. So that's meant to go to there. Starting ability. Get owner ID. That is just something that's used for both, is it not? Nope, used for auto target. I thought it was used for combat. It is. Okay. Get owner ID. Is that part of targeting? Not really. It's just kind of core logic, so it's going to keep that away from targeting and combat. Start abilities. So that's fine. If I had to categorize that, I would put that under targeting, but it totally doesn't matter. I know what it means. That's fine. So now we need some way to say, hey, the active target is the current target, right? And that's pretty easy to do. We just go, well, actually, we need to make sure that if we can choose between the priority target and the active and the current target, that we choose the priority target over the current target. Holy word, holy, oh, good lord, holy lord, words. If you've got like nerve pain, cluster headaches, and all that kind of stuff, I tell you what, these physio balls, beautiful. Hits the spot. These things. Spiky. Oh, alright. What else are we going to do here? Yeah, so we just need to make sure we assign that active target. So, I wonder if there's any easier logic I can just copy from here. Essentially, I'm looking for something that says, if the priority target is in range, attack that, but if that's not in range, attack the current target. I mean, I can program it, but let's see if I've already got something there, because eventually I'm going to make a ideally it would be a static class that everything can access from, but I mean, I'm going to be honest, I don't know, like I'm a little bit trash when it comes to the idea of, what's the word, object-oriented programming around static classes, because, like, I mean, I don't know, I'd have to play with it. Crying out loud. Alright, find nearest enemy object. We just want to find where we're setting our priority target. Oh, Christ. Look at someone that says, if not null. We're looking for that. Yes, yeah, I need, oh, maybe we're using that. Don't want the active target there. We have a priority, clown. Oh, right. Yeah. God damn it. Oh, Christ. I forgot. Um, I don't. They're not. It's not so much that they're like prioritizing the attack of the priority target. It's that they're moving towards the priority target. So of course this isn't going to work with the bloody tower defense. The tower defensive class because the tower can't move. So if there's a priority target, it just needs to check if there's a priority target, and then it can attack that instead of the current target. So think of. Trying to think of a game. Any RTS or tower defense game where you can directly control the turrets and give them a priority target. So if you right click on an enemy target, say I want to attack this, they store that, but they can't attack it yet. They'll attack anything else that's coming towards them. Then once that priority target comes in range, then they start shooting at that. And then obviously it needs to clear from that if that target dies. Okay. All right, so that's a simple little check here. Okay. That would be under targeting, but just outside of the scope of that for now. I want to go with a private void set active target to set active target, and the active, well, I shouldn't start that way. I should go with if the priority target is in range. So we need to do a if priority target is set and in range, attack that over, yeah, all else. That's better than what I was going to write. And then we want to do a if current target okay. So the first thing we need to check is first check if the priority target has been set by using the null check. Second thing we want to check is heck, priority target check its range. The second, check its range from this tower. This should be this building. If priority target is in range, don't clear current target Yeah, maybe don't clear the current target. Also, yeah, no, don't clear current target. When the priority target is null, i.e. out of range or destroyed, attack set current target to priority target. Only attack the active target. Okay, so that is essentially the logic broken down for the combat. First, we're going to check if there's a priority target, and if it's been set, we'll use that with using a null check. Second thing we'll do is we'll check its range from the building. If the priority target is in range, we don't clear the current target, rather we set the priority target as set priority target to the active target. So then we set the priority target to the active target. When the priority target is null, or such a, well, when it's out of range or destroyed, we set the current target to the priority target. No, not priority target, to the active target. This is damn confusing. Makes sense to me. Priority, current, and active. Active is for the shooting. The current is for whatever's closest, whatever like the logic's saying, hey, this is what we should normally shoot. And then the priority is either the AI saying this is the target we want to be going for, but isn't yet available to us, or it is what the player sets by saying, hey, I want you to go for this, and they're on their way to attacking it. Once they're in range of it, they can attack it. So that kind of all makes sense to me. Whether that's how it plays out, I don't know. That's the whole fun of this stuff, yeah. Okay. Let's give that a whirl. So how are we going to write this logic up? Damn it. So, if priority target is not equal to null, then we need to set the, if the priority target's not null, we attack priority. Else, yeah, attack current target. Okay. So far, makes sense, right? Ugh. Some stretches in. Oh. That was a good one. Just hit 30 and my whole body is like one of those dog toys where you like crunch it up and you hear. Oh, it feels good to have the blood move around though. Alright. Oh, that's a good stretch. Christ, that's good. Oh, there we go. That feels good. All limbered up. Okay. Drink some water too, hey? Stretches and water. Okay. Just realize if I sit in my thinking position, I'm not centered in the camera. Just gotta downpage a couple of the window apps flash banging me right now. There we go. I stretched and all the blood's coming out of my head, and now I've just like, it's right. It'll come back to me. It's coming. I think that's the big thing about programming, is just to not get overwhelmed, right? Just kind of vibe it, feel it. Let it wash over you. Peace and serenity. Attack priority target. Oof. Not attacking it, we're setting it. So if the priority target is not null, we want to set the active target. No, can't set it yet. Now we need to check if it's in range. So check if the priority target is in the not attack range. Local search range. Apparently I can't spell priority. What am I spelling wrong? Forgetting the I. Check if the priority target is in range. So then we do need to do a distance to priority target dot vector 3 from our position. Yep, that works. Then I do an if statement. Okay, I think that works. Now we just need to simply say here, well, not even say, we just set the current target because that's null. I think that's right there, lads. Which I'll see that. We'll chuck that into the update. Don't have handle combat enabled yet, but that would obviously be called here. But we're going to comment that out for now because I don't want combat to possibly be an issue just yet. We want to make sure this damn thing refreshes. Also, if anyone's watching this in future, or if someone's now, I don't know, how do I stop my editor from constantly automatically selecting the goddamn terrain editor tool? It is so annoying. There's so many times where I've like come back into the editor and it's like, oh, here you go. You've left click to focus it, and then you left click and then it raises the terrain. Absolutely frustrating. Select something else. Control S that. I mean, I guess a simple solution would be to just give a parent object to that. You wouldn't be selecting the actual terrain, but I don't know if it would. Who cares? We don't care. Not interesting. Just, yeah, if you have a solution to that, please let me know, because it's something that bugs me every time I work with the terrain system. All right, so we want to give you a priority target. So I want to give the priority target as, let's give it to Biter 2. We got the inspector test tower priority to you, priority target. Now let's just drag you up and away because I want to use you eventually. Let's hit play. All right, so what we should see, because obviously here's not the biter for red isn't in range, this red guy over here, and here's the priority target. So it's going, okay, well, he's too far away, so I'm not going to target him as my active target. When they get closer, it should automatically get the closest current target, and then that current target should be set to the active target. And that should constantly like automatically update. Then when he comes into range, he should become the priority target, but when he moves out or is destroyed, it should go back to whoever's closest. It's just some like really, really rudimentary, like basic AI, but we'll see how it works. So as soon as we get our first target over here. Yep. It's setting it. Beautiful. Enemy target is in range. Excellent. So let's go ahead and grab him. And let's just move him out. And that should clear. Listening to Corpse Husband, apparently. Alright. Now, current target, active target. Let's go ahead and move him up there. And now we want to get our red guy. God damn it, see what I mean? Just, grab you. We need to disable player 1. No. Keep you. You guys. Now, I want you to be there. And now we just do that. Alright. Alright, so he's saying... This tower is saying that he's in range. Not saying he's in range yet. So, let's just keep watching. Bang. Active target player, players 2 is coming in range. Let's say player 2 moves back. It should clear and then go to 26. Boom. Alright, now what happens if we're currently targeting that? Yep. Bang. Boom. Okay, so we're targeting red. Now if red gets destroyed, bang. Wait, no. Go away, train. Go away. And then he's missing. So now the active target should become the current target. Excellent. That's a win. That is a win, folks. We have tower defense logic. Just trying to sort out my order from Officeworks. I had one of those tablets. Order and photo identification with you. Do I have to go? I don't want to go. Dang it. Alright, just gonna mute and stuff. Just take a phone call. Let's turn the stream panel back on. Control C. Taking a call. Okay. Just hit that. Just gonna turn that off and turn my mic. Alright, I am back again. Alrighty. So we were clearing targets and getting targets, that's great. So we're really making some good progress here. We haven't really ran into many hiccups at all. But we do now need to incorporate the combat logic now, the dealing damage stuff. Just want to clean this up because I don't like that going past that line thing. Yep. Okay, now the handle combat, we should just be able to uncomment that, and we should be able to see it work. Let's go ahead and see what happens. I wasn't paying attention to whether it got the ability or not from that game object. I'm pretty sure it did. Did it reload? I know it doesn't come through. Like I don't want to do a display capture. You're missing a lot of like the little pop-ups and prompts that I get from like IntelliSense and Unity little pop-ups and stuff. But it's not worth the risk of possibly doxing myself because some bellend will want to message me. All right, so let's go with that defense tower building our spit, and it's got an active ability there. It should be what it uses. The attack range we also need to set. We're going to set that to 4.9. Just a little bit behind the attack range. Just go ahead and control this. Again, we can hard code that. We can just go like search attack range equals search range minus 0.1f or something like that. So we don't actually need to have that as a value there. It's again all just for debugging. I'm well aware of how to clean that up and separate that. That's fine. So we're going to go ahead and test this. So here's a melee guy. This actually has range, so we should actually see it doing damage to it before anything else. So let's go over here and let's set that to a lock. We've got the current health there. Oh, it's not spacebar to continue playing. Thinking I'm playing Stellaris right now. Bang! Oh, look at that. Current health dropped down to 99 because I've only got it set to do 1 damage. And does it do... Oh, look at that. Tick, 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 tick. Let's set him down to 8. Oh, 8. No. 8. And we'll just disable all those Oh, crap. All those locked it. All those reinforcements. And let's go back to this guy here, and we should see him drop before the building drops, hopefully. Yeah, hang on. That's because we also use the target class as a buffer for the steps. Just need to make sure that we set both of those to 8. 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, hang on. Let's see this. So that's right, we've got the priority target. So we should see current and active go to either none or missing. Yeah. What of it? That's our basic tower defense there, game. There, lads. Right, so that's the hit scan ability. So yeah, we just incorporate ability. We're just using ability to be the thing, right? There won't be a dual damage there. Be an interesting one. I don't know how we're gonna do that yet. Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and stop that, and now we've got some form of attacking going on. We've got walls. So we've got the wall. Yeah, we just need to actually make these towers now. So what I'm going to do is with our test tower here, I'm going to go into our buildings, prefab buildings defenses. Just grab the test tower here, drop that in there. It's going to be an original prefab, and we're going to control C that. No, we're not going to test defense building, not a tower. Control C that, control V that. Now we can just call this the... What are we going to call it? I don't have a theme for the game yet. I kind of want to go with the bugs, the whole bug thing. So I do have an asset pack I want to use for the bugs. I just like the way that they look. So I think I might do that. I might go with yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go with the whole bug scene. What towers do we have out of that? There was what was it? He's got a basic like machine gun turret, I guess. I'll just call it a just call it a basic turret, right? Basic turret. Basic ballistic. Ballistic. Ballistic turret. And now our basic ballistic turret can have its max health. We can set that. We can change that. So I've been working with 100 as like the base. This is basic turret, so maybe you can have something like 50 health, right? Player ID is equal to the player that is playing. I'm setting myself to player 1. So player 1 will be placing that by default. That's automatic. Player game object. That's going to be automatic. Hopefully. Pretty sure it is. Pretty sure it gets player game object. Yeah. Is immune. That's for debugging. Ability. We need to give it an ability. Something that's different to spit. So we can just copy that. So we just go Control D. And we change the spit to R. What do we call it? Ballistic turret. So we can call it basic shot. So basic ballistic shot. What's the stats of this ballistic shot? Well, it can be, obviously it's range, it's damage amount. We call it 2. Attack speed. I can't remember if that was, if higher was better or lower was better. I can't remember. Let's go with 2. Pretty sure that's higher is better. It's based off frame rate, and then 2 times the frame rate. I think that's how I did it. I can't remember. And then we got visual effects, so we got sound effects and all that kind of stuff, and visual effects. I would love to put the visual effect in, but we won't do that now. We want to do the buildings first, like I said from the start. So we're just going to leave it as that. I really, 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 really want to put a projectile effect in there. Don't know how I'm going to do that. Be under range. No, I say I'm going to do this. I'm not going to do this. Now immediately go and do it. Abilities, and we want to find inheritance. We want to go to range. And then it would be in here. It would be the... We could go a game object. Game public game object projectile prefab projectile speed will be based off of this is the problem. This is one of those bloody things, isn't it? I haven't really given this much thought. God damn it. We're just gonna leave it because that's gonna take me a hot minute. So we just go back to our basic tower now. Okay, basic tower. We want to obviously clean this up. Let's going to be set to 0, 0, 0. First thing. The box collider, which one is the outer one? That's fine. That one's fine. Sure. Is it the nav mesh? Ah, it's the nav mesh. So I need to set the... Why is it 0? Nope. 0.5. 0.5? 0.49. Dang it. Offset. What's the size? There. 1. Yep. Oh, I think it's actually meant to be 0.99. Make sure it's a little bit below, right? Oh, wrong one. I think that's right. Alright. Tower. This is a basic machine gun turret. In my mind, when I think of like a ballistic turret, I think of the GDI point defense out of Tiberian Sun. I love them. They look so cool. So out of inspiration for that, we're going to try and create something similar. We're going to go with possibly a capsule. A capsule that is stretched. Because the parent object. No. Yeah, that stretched. We want that there, and that can be 1. That here, I don't know why that's. Oh, yeah, it's stretched because it has to be to fit for the size. Problem with objects, isn't it? And we'll just swing that around like that. Manipulate this to slightly be what we want to represent the turret as. Which ways? That. That. Move it up a bit. And now we'll make 2 cylinders. And when that rotates, I need a pivot point. Forgot about that. We need to create a empty object. We call it the pivot turret. Pivot point. That needs to be under there. And we need to go to this mode like this. Can't remember what it's called, but this mode. This needs to be centered. That looks like the center from that angle. That looks like the center there. Alright, now that's going to be the pivot. So we make the capsule a child to the pivot, and then now it should... Okay, I need to move the pivot back a bit then, I'm guessing. Oh, wrong one. Ah, shit. Capsule. Ah, center, pivot. There we go. Yeah, no, I had it right. I was right. I just had it under the wrong setting. Set that back to there. Put the capsule back to there. Move that. Now, yeah, now it's centered. There we go. There's our turret, and now it can turn, twist and turn. Obviously, you know, it needs to be able to, what's the word? Where it can go up and down. Gimbal? Gimbal? Is that the right word? It can, yeah, do that, but we don't care about that for now. Just get some basic, you know, basic design in. Let's look for our materials, and we're just going to throw the white mesh over it. Yeah, that'll do it. So we just control save the ballistic tyrant. We just need to change now its occupying space, which is what we use the box collider for. Bring this in, and we'll bring it into the fields that we want it to be. I don't want the guns to I don't want the guns to shit. I don't want the turret piece. The God damn it. What do you call it? The barrel. I don't want the barrel to contribute to the size of the collider. So to do that, I need to get the box collider, and I need to bring it out this side a wee little bit. About there. We call that 0.7. And now we'll just spin this around the other way. And then we'll go back to the turret, and we'll just get the box collider again and drag it out to the bounds. And we can call that 8. Yeah, that's fine there. Just need to recenter it. Make that 1. Now just bring the turret back around to its original position. Test here. Yep, that's fine. Now, we need to check the left and right of the object, and it is thick. Then we bring in the sides. Same thing again, I'm going to need to check where the respective thing is, but it should be the same now because we're just going off the same shape. So, grab the turret, we'll spin it to the side. Yep, that's in bounds, and that should also be true for the other side. 90 degrees. And that's true. Okay, now we just bring this back to the front and center. Pivot point set to 0. Alrighty, save that. Now we just need to play with the nav mesh. Nav mesh obstacle side of things. Size. That should mirror that. So Control C that, Control V that, and we make it just a bit bigger. Remember, I can't remember. Put it in there. The height can come down. The height of this bad boy is gonna be. It doesn't conflict with the. I think it. Colliders, man. Where's that? That was 0.85. So that's a 0. So that's a 7. 0.8. Oh. Shite. Should be 0.5 plus whatever the height of that is 7.5. Back to 8. Oh wait, that's this one. We just manually set that. That's fine. It's the other one we've got to do numbers. 8.5. Set that to 8.7. That's fine. A little bit higher than what I want, but that is okie dokie. And we just set that to what was it? That value there, and then Control C that and put that there. Okay. Save that, and let's see how the basic turret looks in the game. Obviously, the turret isn't going to spin yet. We'll get there. So let's skip a step. Let's go ahead and straight away. Let me get that the melee R basic. Melee punch range special. Basic ballistic is what I want to give it. Set to 9. We'll go 8.9. Save that. Step I want to skip is to go to my building UI. Building. God damn it. Think. Got some for this. This one. I don't know if that worked. I think it did. Okay. Building UI. Canvas. Build menu. Sub. Haven't done defense tab yet. Gosh dang it. That's right. We're gonna cheat. We're gonna cheat here. We're gonna change to 1 by 1. We're gonna change that to that. Alrighty, let's see what happens. Let's press. Well, no, it's not press play yet. Let's disable this for now. And we'll re-enable all of player 3 stuff. We'll disable players 1 stuff. And we'll just save the scene. And we'll give that a whirl. So nothing should happen. I press B. I press utility. And ballistic turret. It's taking up 2 spaces. That's okay. B. T. Alright. Are we shooting? Oh, look at that. Bang, 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 bang. There you go. Build, utility, ballistic. Oh, bring up the menu again. T. Copy last building. Look at all my turrets. Oh, shit. Misplaced that one. Easy. Yeah, we've got a proper bloody game on our hands here. Now, question is, do the turrets also pick up on their walls? They should. Yep. Pop, 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 pop. Oh, it's so good. No, we just need that to go bang, 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 bang. Which we can do right now. So we need to reference the pivot point under the defense tower. So this will be a reference field. We want to make it a public. We will change it all to, yeah, I should just do it now. Just do it now. Serialized field. Underscore. Not underscore. We go private. Int underscore. What are we calling it? We're calling it a. What are we calling it? Turret pivot point. Turret Give it. Point. It's not an int. God damn it! It's a game object. Because unless it's absolutely private. Alright, then on start, we're going to assign that. So we're going to go here, we're going to go there. Equals. Well, we don't even need to assign it, it's assigned. Alright, now we need to do, it's going to be quaternions. Fuck. I do not like quaternions. The math behind it is... bleh. But, it's alright, it's why Unity exists, it's there to make it easier for you. So... oh man, losing momentum. Oh, that's good. Now wake up. Alrighty. We want to be constantly pointing the active target. If active target is null, we don't turn. And that then needs to move into the targeting fields. May as well move this now because that is technically a part of the targeting logic. Targeting combat. Alright, now we set the starting ability. Alright, now we want to private void turn what do we want? What are we doing? We are rotate follow base turret to active target. And the good thing is that because we've got that slight delay between search, getting its target, and the actual shooting range, it's going to give it that time to actually turn to the target before it shoots. There's probably you can also incorporate logic where you could draw a line, and once that line is confirmed to be ray casting and hitting the target that you're actually wanting to hit, then you can have it start shooting, because there's another logic check to make sure it's actually looking at the thing before it shoots. But we're not going to worry about that yet. That's like polish. We don't care about polish around these parts. Face turret to active target. Face turret to active target. What are we going to do here? So we want the current target's position. So get the active target's position and rotate the turret to face it. Rotate the turret pivot point to face it. When active turret rotate to default position. Alright. Is Copilot going to give us anything here? If active target is not equal to null. This is when we run the logic. Alright, active target's not null. We want to... Got logic for this somewhere. Unit targeting, unit movement. Check for valids, just collapse for a second. Move, find, move and destroy, target, current, keep facing target. Direction. Turn speed. Totally forgot about turn speed. Because there's also like this. I suppose no, they don't have the NavMesh agent field component. So yeah, we're just gonna give them a float for that then instead, because I'm pretty sure it runs off a float. Yeah. So let's go for a public loot. Bit of speed. And active target. See how that rolls. That should always be true. To run here, handle combat, set active target. Should be just after we set the active target. Go down here and let's control R that. Need to actually set in a rotation speed. I don't know how fast this is. I do not remember. It's been a while. Go here and we want to set the rotation. Excuse me, sir. Ah, wait here. Turn speed was set to 5. It might be quite slow. I imagine it's like 360 degrees and then it's like 5 degrees per would it be a second? That's very slow. Let's go 25. Alright, now let's press save and play. Build utility. Oops. I cheated. Oop. Whoa. That's a bug. Look at that. That's taking up a lot of space. Why is it doing that? Interesting. I'm gonna do the Control-Shift-P and find out why it's tricked out to think it's a little the whole rotate the whole time. Look rotation equals the look rotation of the towards the target. Transform dot rotation. Not that one. No, no, no. Oh, over here we're looking at. We want the turret pivot point. Control C that. Over here we want that. Transform rotation to equal. Control B. Alright, let's try that again. See, now, what was the problem it was doing? Oh, that's right, it was rotating the whole building, which ain't it, Cap? Oh wait, did I reference the? I didn't reference the. Thing. I have to go into the prefab pivot point. Priority target. Reference to there. Control is that. Play. To B. Utility. Don't know which way it's facing. That's absolutely sick. Love it. That's what you want to see. Just trying to think of what else to do here. Is there anything close to do now? I need to make sure I reset their starting position because it's a little bit confusing. Sometimes it looks like they're still targeting things when they're not. Obviously, that would be eliminated by the what would you call it? The like if it's shooting the target, particle effects would be going off, right? It'd be shooting bullets, so you'd know that way. But currently, it's a little ambiguous. Little sucky. Okay. Alright. So we have AI. AI is working. Everything's shooting as it should. Let's set up the test scene here that they've got that they use in the video rather. So I need to go find that. Just give me a second here. And we're gonna copy the ad. See if we can rebuild that part. So we're gonna go to that one. Mobile ads. Where's the ad? Where is the ad? This one. And then I think it's the first one. gonna mute the stream for a sec there. Save your earballs. It's not that one. This one. Alright, so I just need to bring this to the front. Let's open that back up and let's give you guys the ability to see what I see. We're going to go plus icon. We're going to go with the window capture. We're going to call it the VLC window. Okay. And we want to use the capture. Oh, we don't need a capture audio. It should automatically come through. So then just pause the terrible background music, boys. Alright. It's blank. Okay. I've done this before. How did I do this though? Window capture. Automatic windows. There we go. Alrighty. Let's see this magnificent ad, shall we? Essentially like that, isn't it? And then it's about as much as we'll see. And if I move it, it doesn't matter. So can I scale that? Not really. Can I just one side? Stretch it. There we go. That'll do. So in this scene, we have the basic like towers. There's also units standing on the bridge. I didn't notice there's units. Thankfully, I've restarted setting that up. There's like the projectiles I was talking about. That is going to be a nightmare. I don't really want to program that. Alright. Let's set up a wall and have things attack the wall. See how we go there, hey? Let's downpage that. Okay. So we want to recreate that scene. So let's do that by collapsing all of this. Save this current, play mode. Save this current scene. Let's go back into our scenes. And what are we calling this? Placement test. Control C that. Control V that. And now we can call this the project entropy intro. All right. Now this is the fresh scene. We should try and copy that scene. So what do we got? We got like with ditches, lava. I haven't got a sprite for lava yet, so that's fine. Walls and turrets, placement and enemies coming. So we will go from here. We are going to use player 2 and player 1. We're not going to worry about player 3, so we disable their objects. Player 2 doesn't have any walls or anything, but player 1 does. We can remove that object. Player 1 units, they are going to just move them all like kind of like just back here for now, because there was units on the walls. I just don't have logic to get units to stand still yet. So we're just going to toggle them off down there for now. And we're going to play with the terrain. So let's go to our terrain tool. Now I would like to have my thing pop up. Of course, it doesn't automatically pop up now though when I want it, does it? Typical. Okay, so now we want to set the height of the terrain, which we want to set to ground level. So let's just go ahead, set everything to ground level. That's the ad. Yeah, so it's all just ground level. Set active, and we want to paint the terrain. We want to set height. Alright, now the next thing we need to do is see. So we've got that bridge. So yeah, we've got like the down train on the outsides. So we will go with the raise or lower terrain. We want to go with the lower setting. Increase or decrease height. Hold control plus click. And how far down are we going to go? It's like a little divot. Where's the rotation, size, strength? We want to go down by 1, maybe? Oh, it's not relevant. Okay. On static. What's that? Okay. 0.1 is what we'll use as our like height of 1. So we want to go downwards. I need that to stay up, so I'll just move that to the other screen for a second. It's the worst possible spot for me. Might fix that up for you guys. It's horrible trying to look at it stretched. Might be worth going to the other side. Yeah. Activate inspector. Raise the lower terrain. We're at 0.1. We'll increase the brush size. We'll go 2. That will do it. Alright, so we've got the left side and the right side just a little bit. So go around a little bit around here, like that. It's kind of like chips in. You can see that they use like a marching cubes kind of system for their terrain. I haven't worked that out for myself yet. So we're just gonna make do with what we got. Gotta get a little bit more creative. It's not a bug, it's a feature. It comes down like, God damn it, you pain in my ass. And then there's like a tiny bit in the background over here. Oh, it's like 0.0, oh, not 0.02. Enter. Excuse me. Oh, it's strength again. Ah, no. God damn it. Brush lower trains. 0.1. Brush size 1. Yeah, and then it's like this tiny little slit through here. Alright, now we just tell our terrain here to update the nav mesh. So we bake it again. We do need to tell old mate here to bugger off. All of them to bugger off. Same for the tester here. Same for that there. And we'll just rebake it again. Bake it, bake it, bake it, bake it. Terrain. Bake. Oh, let's clear first, then bake. Alright. That's the quote-unquote playable area. We'll need to change the camera perspective to be over here instead. But, for the most part, it seems to be a-okay. Let's grab our tester here. This can be our, like, placement of the wall. It's kind of across that little gap there. Just grab that along here. I genuinely do not know how the alignment's going to work there. I move it forward so I can place my own wall if I want to. Obviously, those will be sections, but got to deal with what we've got. This is now a player 1 object, and we need to change the color. Materials, just change that to. So I'm gonna just change it for me. Tester, mesh materials, change that to the white rather than the unavailable. And then we want our enemies to pop up. And we'll get our biter 2 over there to rejoin the pack. And we'll move these lads over to the left here. And we might just duplicate them again. What else are we going to do? Probably change the wall starting health to give me a bit of a break to maybe like 350. Now, let's go with a Control C, Control D. Yep, move that down here. We want to move that here. And we'll scale the size up just to make it look like it's more important. We're going to call this the test priority target. Let's call it test wall. All right. That doesn't need to cut the carve rather. Okay, so now let's get the enemies something to shoot at. Something to go for. Alright, so they're all going to want to go for the priority target. And we'll just save this scene. And let's hit play and we'll see what happens, hey? So they're currently saying, well, we can't path to that target because this wall here. I thought I did have a move closest position to enabled, but apparently not. That's okay. I know how to fix that for now. Let's just do that and then we press play. I'll work something out. It'll just be the logic for him to target to move closest towards the priority target. I already thought I had it, but apparently I don't. I must have something similar, but not exactly as I want it, obviously. So let's press B. Let's go utility. Let's go. So this would be like you placing your own walls. So that's placing the walls down. Now we want to go B utility. We want to go with the defense turrets. And we want to place these down. They're just kind of pushing past the wall there. Doesn't look anywhere near as interesting, but they're still doing things. They're pushing past the wall, which is a little annoying. So, it sort of works. I don't know why they're pushing past that. Has a selectable object script on, doesn't it? Hmm. I don't know. It's weird. Stop that. Let's test wall. Let's turn that off. And let's hit play. And let's just be quick. B. Utility. 3x2. Ah, it's 3x2 the wrong way. And we go B. Utility. Tyrant. Start from up there. While that's playing out, I gotta go to the loo again. Letter of a child. I shall. Alrighty, back to it again. So, interestingly, that was still overlaying. Yeah, I think that's pretty much working. It doesn't look that good, but I mean, that's to be expected because I haven't got visual effects and stuff going. So that's all right. Making progress. What else? What else can I do here now? I'll probably just go with uh, probably go with where is it? Damn it, where is it? There. Um, got defenses. We've essentially got walls. Maybe now placing down resources and resource fields. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Resources and resource fields. Let's do that. Resources and resource fields. Let's just get all these fighters to not have the priority target set anymore. Okay, so we need to establish a resource point and how we're going to essentially overlay it. Just trying to think where to start. Getting a little bit weary. How long has it been? 3 hours. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, so we got building is going to create a new class. We're going to create a resource building class. Should actually be extractor, not resource building. Resource extractor building. I don't even know. I don't even know where to start. Obviously we need to, for this class, we want to get the owner's resource and be able to add to it. What else do we want to do? Resource will be extracted over time. Resource should only be added after the building has been placed, not in preview mode. What else? What else? What else? Maybe the looks can be built on selectable object dot get component resource ensure that the resource depends. If the extractor is going to be a generic extractor, the extractor would work on everything. Kind of think about Factorio. The drillers will work on every resource. It's the same drill for each resource. Then other games, you need to have a separate resource extractor for different things. So a bit of a shitty kind of what's the word I'm looking for here? Reference is StarCraft 2. You need builders for the minerals, and then workers, and then you need the Vespian gas building for the Vespian gas veins. So depends how I want to do it here, whether I do one for all, which would be easier because it's just you slap it on and bang, that's it. And depending on what resources it's extracting, you can do it at different rates, and you can apply upgrades just to the one, or yeah, then you just do different extractors. I think just one extractor to the resource, and you let the resource handle how it's going to do it. So yeah, we'll just do it that way. Make sure that the resource it's built on is the resource it's adding to the player. What else do we need to make sure of? What happens if the resource runs out? If resource runs out, maybe uh, handle a situation where when the resource is depleted. What else could there be? I think that is about it, really. If there's anything else I need to add, I can add it. So it can only be placed on a selectable object that has the resource thing attached to it. Don't know how it's going to go with the whole grid placement thing. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it too much. We'll just apply what I've got from another project, and we'll see what happens. Just give me a second. I'm just going to find what I've got already. Assets, scripts. It would be under resources. Passive, resource node, resource spawnable positions, resource spawner, worker resource node. That's empty. That is the resource types. That is the resource spawnable positions. Maybe it's under buildings then. Buildings, placement, power plant, production, refinery, resource extractor. Here we go. Let's just go ahead and can I select this internally? I can. Excellent. Just Control C that. And it's gonna error here because it's just grabbing the whole class. Maybe if I just maybe if I don't grab the whole class, let's just grab what I actually need. So from there to there, Control C that, and let's see how that goes. That's pretty simple, but that's not the placement logic I was looking for. That's probably going to be under building placement logic. Oh dear, and that's a big class. Let's just go ahead and open that up. Why is my IntelliSense not working for that? Come on. Alright, I guess we won't use IntelliSense then. Okay, we're looking for the resource placement side of the logic. Alright. Here we're checking if it's a resource extractor. check building type. Let's bring that over here. Close resource. No, that's the right one. So our building placement logic, which I haven't actually split from the grid system. So this is going to get really messy really quickly. Let's go ahead and collapse that. And, well, there's building placement logic there. But we need to do a check here. So we need to do a private... No, actually, we should make another section for the placement logic. We'll just make this a in here. Go a region, and we can call it the building logic from just building logic add extended. Because then if I've got to fix something, I can just I will incorporate that into the building placement logic. It's messy for now, but I'm coming around to it. Getting there. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Building placement. Oh, what the? This is opening up a whole, wait. What's happening here? Oh, man, I don't even know what's going on. Weird. Alright, so we need to do a check building type. Yeah, no. Alright, so how do we check this? We need a bool check for that. So we can do a up here, we can go private bool is resource extractor. Then we need to get a resource extractor. That would be building. Control C that. Control C that. Selected building. We don't have a selected building yet. Oh, we do actually. It's the preview. It's the preview building prefab. So that's technically our selected building. Control C that and bring that down into this part here. So that's fixed. That checks whether it is a resource extractor. And we Control C that. Then we can do another Control F and look for where else it's used. Alright. In the placement logic, checking the can place stuff here. So this is where I need to find my rules for placement. What was that about the recursive layer? I remember something about that. Now I've forgotten. I should have commented my code. So I got no idea what's happening anymore. This is all getting messy. Update building preview. Clear unavailable slots preview. Current. Man. So all we need to make sure now that we're checking whether we've got a resource building selected. We want to say that you normally can't place on top of a selectable object. But if the selectable object is got a get component is a resource field. So it's an exception. Oh man. Getting overloaded, my brain's slowing down. Problem solving, kids. Hurts. Place building. Mouse position. Grid center. So instantiate the building. Train under the cell. Yeah, this is where we want to do the. I think this is where we want to do the check for whether it's a resource building. So I want to do a quick if preview. Yeah. If it's you want to run different logic. So that would be the else. So if it's a resource extractor, we want to run different rules, right? So we want to run the same rule as that, but we don't want to care about shit. I forgot how to write this. Oh man, how do I set that again? I did it yesterday. I've forgotten. Oh dear. No, clearing the whole thing doesn't work. I do just want the raycast. I want that raycast. Dang it. Forgotten. Gosh dang, gone and forgotten. Man, yep, nope, that's an asked question. I've forgotten. Oh, was it just because I was writing it in the goddamn flipping wrong? Oh, do I have to get rid of both raycasts? Is that all it was? No, because then hit's not defined. Oh, right, you declare it up out of the, that. Yep, righto. I am amateur. Okay, so now we can also just quickly throw on a debug here to see if we have a resource building selected. Alright, let's give that a whirl. So we're going to make a resource building now. The what? No, it's just a weird little bug, but it's fine. Alright, let's go with we need a resource building. So if we go to prefabs, we go to buildings, we go right click, we create a new folder. We'll call this folder resources. Open that up. We now want to find just a blank canvas. We control C that. Go into resources. Actually, the priority target's not bad. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Go here. Original prefab. Open this one up. You just want to scale this back down to 2. And set the position to 0. Go over here with it. Alright, now set to 100. $1,100. Alright, now we also, well, that's for the what we're calling it, blank resource. Alright, so control C that, control V that, go over here. I'm just going to call this one a basic extractor building. And we'll add the resource extractor building class to it. Resource extraction amount, we'll just put to 5. Extraction rate 2. Sure. Doesn't matter because it's not going to be happening yet. Okay, so it's resource extractor building. That's got that set to it. It is still a selectable object. Let's close that. Now we need to go back. We need to go to our build menu, UI canvas, build menu, submenu. Again, we're just going to use the utility because we're being lazy. It's not going to come back to bite us in the butt at all. We call this the resource, the basic extractor, basic extractor. We don't need to do the resource fields yet. We just need to make sure that we're actually checking the different logic first. Make sure we're getting that component. So that should be about right. That looks like 2x1 tester. Yeah, now we go chuck the blank canvas over that. That blank, the resource. Shade that. And we're going to go ahead and press play. And hopefully in the debug line, we're going to see the using the different placement logic for us. That would be brilliant. So let's go ahead and press B, utility, resource extractor. Yep, that's fine. That would error out because there is no reference to the player in that context. Let's just stop that. Let's control R. That's the extractor, apparently. Hmm. Oh, are we calling that by chance? No, we're not. God damn it. Might have to call it. Alright, can we replace the standard turret? Yes. Basic extractor. Resource extractor selected. Resource building selected. Running separate ground checks. Excellent. Oh, dearie me. Alright. Just trying to think here. Trying to think whether I want to be able to let players build mines wherever they want, and then, like, they just waste the resource, I guess. But if I'm going to do that priority threat field stuff, then mines are going to be higher up on the list, and letting players be able to build them anyway. They're just going to be able to bait the enemies to those places and be able to cheese it. So I think the best plan of attack will be to ban players from being able to place the mines anywhere they want, and uh crust, brain hurts, really hurts. Yeah, place not be able to place the mines wherever they want, and only be able to be placed on a resource node. Oh man. So selectable object with the node. You could also just run completely separate logic just specific to this. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like the idea is just to run separate separate logic under the place building there. Just check if we're using a resource building, and if we are, we just make sure that we can place that on a resource node. Resource nodes will be on the map already, so it doesn't matter whether they use like comply to the grid system or not, as long as they just snap to the center point of I guess, yeah, to the tile belonging to that resource, because that resource could be a large area. Oh man. Well, I mean, that's a lot today anyways. What we've done, 3.5 hours again, so between today and yesterday it's 7 hours, making big headway. I think I've already I think all I'll do is I'll do some behind the work here for this placement logic, because it's just gonna be a lot of me just sitting here and like scratching my head, and I'm already pretty bloody pretty exhausted now. But I mean, what, we got the game to look pretty good. I think it's making some leeway. Yeah, not too far away from finishing. Hopefully by the, what is it today? Is it Wednesday or Thursday? I don't know. Hopefully by the end of the week, we'll, I think it's Wednesday. Hopefully it's Thursday. Hopefully by, yeah, by the end of the weekend, it might be finished. We'll see. Anyways, yeah, if you're checking this out in the future, this project sucks. Alright, till next time. Work out, shut all these streams down.